Orlando 11.
Good to see Kukoc moving so freely and effortlessly. Have bad backs, they can take a long time to heal. Again, the front in the post.
Nice pass to Penny Hardaway, went back door and got the stuff.
That's the pressure release there as the Magic are starting to read now as to how they're going to be played on the wing and how they're going to be played in post situations and making the nice pass.
Matt, when you get fronted, the postman has to move up and away from the basket to create more spacing.
Kukoc for three. And Rodman, rebound, trying to call timeout and got it. It is a 20-second timeout.
Awfully early in the game to be burning timeouts just for a solitary possession when you already have the lead.
Well, Toni Kukoc looked so anxious to get that shot out of his hand. You wouldn't believe it. He's 1 for 24 in the playoffs from beyond the arc.
We are now extended to a full timeout. We'll come back. You're watching the NBA on NBC.
That pass and release quicker. The Orlando guards shutting out the Bulls. Jordan with just one shot attempt.
Michael Jordan averages 23 a game during the regular season. 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. 2:26 to play here in the first.
Ahmad was relaying to us Michael's message about the ball movement, how they worked on that all week long in practice. Forget the dribbling, forget the standing around. Let's pass it and pass it quick.
Speaking of standing around, a bit too many people standing around on the sideline there. Scottie Pippen tries to inbound. Jordan. And there's a steal by Kukoc.
Very sloppy play by Orlando.
Brian Shaw into the game now for the Magic, as is John Concat.
And what Chicago's defense has done is just taken Orlando out of their game completely. Come away from the basket to receive the ball.
There's a reach-in foul. Let's go back to the steal under the basket after the Michael Jordan jumper.
Jordan hits the jumper on the inbounds pass, weak side screen. And then the inbounder, Brian Shaw, looks like, just has no clue that Toni Kukoc is sneaking up behind Horace Grant.
And Horace Grant, obviously bothered by that sore right elbow, does not even look like himself. He has been an absolute demon for the Magic throughout these playoffs, shooting 65% from the field in that last series, but he just cannot get involved in this ballgame.
Nick Anderson missed them both. Horace Grant, for the 9th consecutive year, shot better than 50% from the floor.
But he hasn't had a good look yet. There's been no penetration in dish. Everybody's staying home on Shaquille.
Harper to the far side. Jordan. Off the Winnington screen. Got the bucket on the foul. That's number 1 on John Concat.
Well, this was all set up by Michael making his last jump shot, and he has recognized no Shaquille O'Neal to clog up the lane and be a shot block threat, knowing that if he can get by Nick Anderson, he can create something in there, and he got the slap and hack.
If you're going to hack down, make sure the guy does not get a three-point play.
Into the game, Randy Brown for Chicago, wearing number 0. 60-year man out of New Mexico State. Jordan makes it a three-point play. 26-13. Bulls have doubled up Orlando as we come up on a minute and a half to play in the first.
See how Chicago's defense is making Orlando work so hard to get the ball even up the court.
Hardaway double-teamed in the far corner. Looking for a way around. Pippen spins and hits.
Wow, that's just a terrific play by Penny Hardaway, but he had to work so hard for it as the Magic having to resort to pounding the ball on the floor, going one-on-one.
Pippen fouled from behind by Shaw, and a nice pass from Toni Kukoc. Let's go back to Penny Hardaway.
But the amount of time that it took Penny Hardaway to get the ball initially and then finally get the shot off, how many dribbles with no double team. The Bulls, though, playing without the ball. The weak side cutters flashing in. The Magic standing around watching the ball. Bulls playing like they did during the regular season.
Well, the Magic offense is so geared to the post game, throwing it into Shaquille O'Neal. Most teams are going to double team, and that's how they get open shooting opportunities. Or post Hardaway and get the same thing. And with the Bulls, you see a completely different philosophy with the triangle offense. A lot of player movement, a lot of ball movement, much tougher to defend as far as moving your feet. Of course, when you're going to double team all the time against Orlando, that's a whole different story.
Scottie Pippen hits them both. The Bulls are 7 of 8 from the free throw line compared to just 1 out of 5 for the Magic.
Jordan to the bench with a 13-point lead. He's only got 5 points and 3 shots. Things couldn't be better for Phil Jackson.
Steve Kerr onto the floor and guarding Brian Shaw now for the Chicago Bulls. Nick Anderson. And contact threw it away. Kerr for Pippen.
Obviously, the few days rest has done wonders for Scottie Pippen's health.
10 for Pippen as we come up on the last half minute. The Bulls with their biggest lead of the day, 15 points.
Isolation one-on-one, now the two-man game.
And Kerr drew the foul.
Well, once the ball gets into the hands of John Koncak, a little bit of panic sets in as Nick Anderson gives it to Koncak. He just overreacts and threw it away as Tony Kukoc is really making his presence felt as a helper defensively.
Scottie Pippen finishing as few players in the history of this game have done. Of course, Dr. J, Elgin Baylor, Connie Hawkins right up there. But we talked at the opening about the front court players for Orlando have to do something on the offensive end. John Koncak there just turning the ball over. I like
Bushler onto the floor for Chicago.
Excuse me. I like though what Chicago has done in going back to the full court press after they score, getting up and making Orlando throw over the top. Jordan getting some rest. You know he'll come back soon, along with Shaq.
Anderson missed again. 30-16, last 15 seconds of the quarter. Bulls will hold for the last shot. For Whittington. Hardaway from half court. And got it! Anthony Hardaway with a three-pointer to close out the first quarter. Pretty much all Chicago, and then Penny Hardaway nails a three from half court to close out the first.
I don't know if you guys heard it. I heard him call glass at the last second.
Yeah, I think he did say glass. You're right, Manny. The Bulls 32, the Magic 19. Back for the second quarter in a moment. You're watching the NBA on NBC.
Shaquille O'Neal is coming back this quarter. They got to be ready for that. Greg?
All right, Ahmad, underway in the second quarter. Pippen, Kukoc, Whittington, Steve Kerr, and Michael Jordan on the floor. And Kukoc, his miss, rebounded by Shaquille.
Penny's not looking to run the ball himself out of the backcourt. He's thinking he's a forward in this series, rebounding. Total domination by Chicago.
Oh, look at the shot, and the follow is good. Penny Hardaway with 13 of Orlando's 21 points, 32-21 Bulls.
It's a mismatch here. Scottie Pippen has got Bowie on it.
Turnaround comes up short. Shaw picks it off. Hardaway down the lane, throws it up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Penny Hardaway coming into this series says he has a takeover mentality. He's going to do whatever it takes. The offense has bogged down, so he's looking to drop that head, get into the lane, and Phil, there's nobody better in the league right now at following his own shot. That second quick hop off the floor, getting his own tip in.
But that Penny is a guard. Penny is a person who knows how to control the whole game. And I think the fact that he's matched up against Scottie Pippen, he's thinking like a forward now and letting the other guys handle the ball too much.
Anthony Bowie on the floor for the first time this afternoon for the Magic. Jordan drops down to help with the double team. Shaw with the open jumper from outside. That's a three.
Well, there's the double team on the strong side of the floor, and with Brian Shaw not being a very good perimeter shooter, they'll live with that.